Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. This is Lindsay. So happy to have you here today with me looking through a whole bunch of journals and lots of inspiration. I hope that you'll take a second to subscribe if you have not. It helps me out and I appreciate it. So let's get right into what we have today. There's a few books and supplies, and then there's challenge journals and regular marketplace journals. So if you like to make journals, but you needed an avenue to sell them, I hope you'll send me an email. I'll be happy to chat with you and get your journals shown on my channel. But before we get into the journals, I have some more books that I'm listing in my website under the Lindsay Supply section. And I found this vintage book called The Pacific Northwest, A Guide to the Evergreen Playground, with more than 350 color illustrations. I love that it's hardcover because this will make a beautiful journal cover. And it is from the 1950s, 1959. And there's some really great tree images and flower images and wildlife images. So pretty. And then I have a bunch of these children's books, Best in Children's Books. They make adorable journal covers, and they're from 1960. And I love the illustrations as well. They're just so cute. I love the black and white with just the color. So I've got that one. I also have this one. I think that has Babar maybe in it. These are from 1960. There's this one. I like the little gnome on the front. This one has, well, I saw some full color, but this one has the three little pigs in it. Craft condition. I mean, this one's got scribbling. That cover was falling apart a little, but they're from the 60s. So, you know, what do you expect? This looks like Cinderella. And you can Galore, use it to make some amazing journals. And then this one as well. This one has Beauty and the Beast and George Washington in it. So, city boy, country boy. This one has a little dog. Cute as that. So, I got those added. A few random things. I was playing yesterday, and I came up with these snippets. And I've layered up vintage coffee dyed paper, vintage craft paper, some doily, and then floral images from a book. And instead of stapling or stitching with a sewing machine, I used a needle and number 10 crochet thread, and I went through and tied it like that. So little vintage plant snippets. And I love how they came out. I think these would make great page headers on journals, or like on the bottom of a page or on the side of a page. So I made a set of those, and I just stuck them in an envelope. Of course, you can reuse the envelope. And then I also made some more snippets. I was just using up scraps, right? So I found these little, I think they're like lilac or wisteria. They're little dimensional stickers. And then this is vintage coffee dyed paper. And then there's embossed paper, wallpaper, and the pretty little sticker. So I have two sets of 6 of those. So they would go great with my kits, lavender and lace, wisteria and roses, wisteria and hydrangea, down purple lane. So I have 2 sets of those. They come in a little purple bag, so you can reuse the bag. I have 2 sets of these vintage game cards. They're like different games that you can play. I don't know the year, but they're vintage. They're old. Probably, well, I don't know. I don't know if they're the 60s or the 80s or somewhere in there. But I have 3 sets of 6, but each set has different games. So if you pick up more than one set, you'll get different games. And then I have Little Golden Book Prayers for Children. It's a reprint of a 1952 book. It's a 70s reprint of a 1952 book. That's what it looks like, but I'm not 100% sure on that. And then we have Goodnight Little Bear, Richard Scarry. Look at how cute those images are. And it would make such a sweet journal. I have First Poems for Childhood. Now this one is from 1967. And I loved the illustrations in here. Like, look at the seaside. I mean, there's so much you could do. Pussy Willow, Dairy Charm, so many. Who Has Seen the Wind? How cute and so pretty, the details. So there's that one. This was cute. Around the World Cookbook for Young People. And the cover is beautiful. So I thought that would make an incredible journal. But I think it's from the 60s. 66. And it has all of these recipes from around the world. And there are some cute illustrations as well. So it would make like a great cooking journal. And the paper feels nice too. So lots you can do with that. I also found the Little House Cookbook. So if you love Little House on the Prairie, this is a Little House Cookbook. So there's lots of recipes, but there's some of the illustrations as well. So if you're doing that type of a theme, this would be a great book for that. And Norman Rockwell's Boys and Girls at Play. This is a pretty tall book, and it has all of these Norman Rockwell illustrations in it. So I think there's a ton. It's all boys and girls, and they're all playing. So there's just a lot you could do for journal pages, journal covers, and things like that. So that's what I have for books. I also made this set of not little snippets, but they're wallpaper punch outs. Then there's an so it's wallpaper. I punched out a butterfly. Then I punched out an embossed heart and out of cardstock. And then I've sewn on, using number 10 crocheted thread, a bead in the middle of each one. And I'm not sure how many there are. I think there's 10 butterflies or something like that. But they each have a bead sewn on in the middle. So I thought that was just a nice new take on just the regular butterfly punch outs. So there's a set of those in Lindsay's Handmade. And then I have just a cheap little set of vintage Monopoly money, one of each denomination here. So I thought that might be fun if you were doing a children's journal or a game journal or something like that, or you just want it for some collaging. So I have only one set of those. All right, we're going to get straight into these journals. And we're going to start with some journals from Anne. She is from Sweden, and I have sold her journals before. But this is a set of 2. If I can get, look at how pretty that is. So she's used coffee dyed papers. So pretty. So this would be in the marketplace section. So these are just kind of like a traveler's notebook, simple size, perfect for maybe note taking and stuff like that. And there's 2 of them. So they're beautiful. You could, give them as gifts. You could use them for recipes. There's so many things you could do, but they look so pretty together, and they are a set. So we'll keep those together. Then she made this one. I think, is this her or someone else? Better double check. This is for Anne, yes. So this is one of the challenge journals. She made this for the June challenge, and we're using the Hydrangea and Roses kit. So wisteria and roses, hydrangea and wisteria, hydrangea and butterflies, Celtic rose, all ghosted butterflies. We used a whole bunch of those kits, and you can find all of those in my shop. But let's take a look at what she did here. So yeah, she's used the wisteria and hydrangea. Very pretty pages. I like the size. It's a nice size. It's a Reader's Digest size, she said. Probably close to that anyway. But really pretty. There's some tags. It's not heavily embellished, so there's lots of room, but still you have some really sweet journal cards, pages. Like this is from Wisteria and Roses. So is this. That was one of the first kits I made, like 2+, almost 3 years ago, I think. So this one is called Yellow, and that has those bright yellow pops there on the front. So she made that one for the challenge using all of those wisteria, hydrangea, and roses. She also made this one. I love the layering of all those different tags in the front. This is another challenge journal, again using, like this is Joanne's paper pack, hydrangea and butterflies. So super pretty. Have floral book pages. This is from Wisteria and Roses. It looks like they're pamphlet stitched in, but then there's also elastic, so you could slip it out if you wished. Lots of pretties with all the different flowers Oh, my, that's just my stool. It's already cracked, and I'm trying to stand on it because I'm short, and it just cracked some more, so that's funny. I guess I'll just move the stool and hope I stay in frame. I can't see if I'm not on the stool if I'm in frame or not. So super pretty florals, lots and lots of florals that she has created here. Really, really pretty. And again, these are from Sweden, so really nice to have something by an artist from Sweden. All right, let me see. I think, did she make this as well, or was this someone else? This might, I'm not sure. I think this was someone else, but it comes with a purple pen that says Beauty. This might be from Barb. Let me see. Nope. This is from Deneen Carey. So she made this for the challenge as well. She's used the hydrangea. This is Ghosted Butterflies. I love that paper pack. Hydrangea there. Really pretty. And I offer these printed as well. So if you don't have a printer and you just want it like a paper pad printed out, I print them on 8.5 by 11 paper, and then you can create. If you ever wish them double-sided, like if you want them printed double-sided, or you want a neutral color double-sided on the back, you can always just send me a message so I can create a custom listing for you. It costs extra, obviously, and takes more time, but I would be happy to do that for you. So you can just send me a message and we can chat about that if you want your prints double-sided. But there's that beauty. I love how that cover came out. This is a journal card from Wisteria and Hydrangea. Oh, I have a few other supplies back here. Okay, so this is from me. So this is in Lindsay's Supplies, and these are just vintage doodads. So this book belongs to a vintage baby shower card, vintage, well, I don't know that Pooh is vintage or not, but just a whole bunch of random cards and fun. And then I have them in this, I'll slip them in this bag to keep them all together. But if you just like random doodads for your journal, that's what this little pack is. I also have this set of cards, which I don't know how old it is. I'm actually going to take it out of the plastic so I can photograph it. So this would be like new old stock. Got my little pick here. I hate to take the plastic off, but we really need a better look at it. So it says, the Lord brought you to mind today, and it is just a sweet little, okay, day spring. I do not see a date on it, but it's a set of cards and envelopes. Isn't that cute? So I have a whole set of those in Lindsay's Supplies. Then I found, I have these angel bookmarks, and I have a set of 4 of these pink ones. It says, are not all angels ministering spirits sent to serve those who will inherit salvation? Hebrews 1:14. And then I have 2 sets where you get 4 different angels. So it's this, they all say something about angels. So that would be really great if you're doing an angel type journal. I have those. I have a set of vintage recipe cards that say the Gourmet Recipe Collector. So that'd be great for a cooking journal if you're working on that. I have a vintage kids book. This is Backyard Circus. And it is from 1950, 60, the 1960s. 1967 maybe? Look at how cute that is. Great illustrations, really cute. And that's a Rand McNally, an elf book, but it's one of the bigger ones. And then I have a Jack and Jill magazine. This is a Halloween edition from October 1964. So if you want to start prepping for maybe making Halloween journals or something, this has a lot of content in it. There's over 70 pages, like almost 80 pages in here. Over 80 pages, actually. So that would be really fun to have that as well. All right, let's get back to journals. I had forgotten about those. So I have a new artist I want to show you. This, I've never listed her work before, and I've already forgotten her name. I think it's Michelle, but we'll look inside in just a second. Let's look at this cover and the layering she's done with like handmade paper and fabric and lace. This gorgeous image. It says Explore. There's a dangle, fabric covered, 2 signatures. It feels really sturdy, like very well made. And this is from, yes, Michelle Wynn. So she is new to the marketplace. I have not listed her items before, I don't believe. And so she said she loves making journals, and I can tell these are very well made. But there's lots of just, she likes to do eclectic. So all different colors, all different themes, little collage bits. There's even like watercolor paper. Really pretty. She's added a little pocket here in the middle. Beautiful stitching. So I really think that this will appeal to some people, especially those who love to play in their journals with paints and sprays and watercolors, because of all the different thick papers she has in there. It's going to be a lot of fun to play in, and there's lots of room to play. So there's this one, Explore, and she also made this one, Live the Life You Have Imagined, and it has a really pretty, like an altered paper clip on the front. Lots of layering, 1 signature fabric covered. Again, it feels super well made, and lots of fun and bright illustrations, watercolor paper, just a fun smattering to play with. And that cover is just, I mean, I think it will get a lot of comments if you carry it around and use it because it's so unique. Make a great gift for an artist as well. She made this one. This is a little bit more of a soft cover one, but this is all stitched and like a Franken paged together. She put a photo on the front, which is really neat. I like that. And then this one here. So just all these different colors, reusing papers, and lots of fun. Lots of surfaces to play on, lots of inspiration. Be so much fun for a glue book or a travel journal, a to-do list book. Let's see, she made, oh no, this was a little, she made this for me, just a little thank you. So I got some little notebooks, so thank you so much. How sweet was that? I love it. I will find a good use for that. She has this in the marketplace as well. Compassion is the fountain of forgiveness. It says create. Isn't that a beautiful cover? Wish I could collage like that. So this is called Create. And very similar inside. Just all the brights, all the pretties, all the random. If you don't like a themed journal, you like to just be able to slap anything in it, then her journals would be for you, your type of style. Okay. This one too, isn't that pretty? Oh, look at all that stitching in the Franken paper. Oh, so lovely. This one's called Tomato. Oh yeah, there's a tomato on the front. Didn't even notice. And again, the inside is very similar. Lots of inspiration. I would just want me to get out my stamps, and I'd want to get out all my inks and my stencils and go to town on these journals. This cover's beautiful. Isn't that pretty? It says magical. 3 signatures. Isn't that pretty? I believe, yep, it's called Magical. Just, she calls it an anything goes hybrid journal. So no particular theme, just whatever she feels at the second and at the moment, which is perfect for then whoever purchases this journal. So all these little clusters, pockets, everything is eclectic, but yet it goes together. She has a good eye. I mean, look at that tag. Look at that. Isn't that beautiful? So pretty. So she wrote me a sweet letter. I won't read it on here, but thank you for the sweet letter. Add that with my journal that she gave me. We have one more journal that we're going to look at today. No, and I don't remember who created it, but we'll look together. This one just came, I think it was by itself, or I don't remember. Blue is Blue. Oh, this is from Marcia. Look at that cover. I think actually it came in a bubble mailer that I swiped to ship something else in. So I decided to go ahead and show her journal so it didn't get crushed on the shelf. But look at that, like beaded icicle. It almost looks like an icicle. This is really pretty. Look at that cover. And if you love butterflies, so it is flowish. All of these pages can be slipped out. They're not sewn in. And then they are, let's get to the middle here. This is what is holding them in. And that goes over here through the spine. So if you love a good flowish journal, there's a lot of blank pages in here. So if you have your favorite like sprays and stamps and things, you can use those as well. Now, blank pages are not allowed in challenge journals, but in a marketplace journal like this, where a lot of thought has gone into it, it is totally acceptable. Some of them are coffee dyed, some of them are white, but they're all flowish, so they can be slipped out. And I know this one will find a home. It is just really pretty to look at. So that's everything we have today. I hope that you got a just bit of inspiration out of it. I know I got plenty of inspiration, and I would love to start crafting. I'll have to finish some projects I'm working on, and I have a new burst of inspiration for that. So thank you for that, and I hope all of you enjoy your day, and I will see you in the next video.